that was not as dramatic as it needed to be. I just saw that all of a sudden I was clicking my things and I was like I was hiding and I'm like, hello, Mrs. Doubtfire status. However, that was not intended. But hey, hi guys, hi everybody. Not being Mrs. Doubtfire, but maybe I'll channel her today. But I am excited. Look what she did to puppies in a beanbag today. They're very expensive beanbag. Hi, it's Tuesday, and I'm Tori, and I have to go and click all these live things. So sometimes there's a lag, and we just enjoy me talking about my dogs for a second while I'll introduce you to why we're having trouble streaming Instagram. I don't know. Let's see. So sorry if you're somebody over there on Instagram trying to say things. There could be a delay here. Because, you know, life. Great. Okay. Hey, everybody. I am back. I'm not sure if I ever left, but it's Tuesday. Welcome again. If you're just joining in, which now's a good time because all the other stuff before this is just me figuring out how to go on live a bajillion different ways. But I'm figuring it out. And if anyone does have StreamYard questions in the future, I can help. But hello, I'm Tori. And today's going to be a little bit, disappointing because unfortunately I put this stuff out there into the ether and Josh Ortiz, my fabulous friend, peer colleague, the sexual educator with like way more experience than I do. He was going to come and get a little like STI watch, as I'm calling it, or like my fun little section of like, what you don't know, could kill you. So now you know, right? So it's just me today. So we'll make it fast, but I'll try to make it slightly amusing for the peoples. But, oh, hey, this is a Lola. I know, it's been a minute. We'll have to catch up. I would love to hear all the things and how you're doing. But yeah, today will hopefully be like short and sweet. But, for Lola out there, since she's back, here's my little diddly. Oh, back, you never left, but here's my little diddly where, oh, look at how cute. I like your fun little avatar. You must still be on like StreamYard happiness. It's gotten ridiculous because I have to like go to Instagram and hit live and then wait for other things to start rolling to stream on one place when the whole point of StreamYard was, hi, I can go everywhere. But I digress. Facebook was like, no, thanks. Let's not do that. Look at this peppers. Joey. Hi, baby. What are you doing? I'm moving. Look at those ears. Those are his real ears. Anyways. So, I gotta put up all the things. Yes, Lola, I have to be the host and the producer and all the things. And I agree. StreamYard is a bit wild, but here's the kicker. I already paid for it. That was like me, like, I'm gonna pay for the year and make sure that I don't get all down on myself because sometimes you just, pull a wannabe web stream out of the ether and that little voice gets cranky. So I paid for the whole year to not have to use it, right? Oh, thanks. We know what I mean. It's an authentic show here. So anyways, I started this whole thing, and I know Lola knows, where I spent working on 10 years in the adult like retail side industry, right? So it's very B2B what I'm doing here. And the whole concept was I went from 8 years in lubricant, like deep in the lube wars, as I like to call them. And then as I transitioned from lubricant to mostly condoms with lube, and then now everything else, I saw a lot of gaps, not just in how people were talking about commodity items and wellness items, but a huge gap in the accessibility and the information in specifically condoms, just because, in my opinion, so many reasons, but we kind of deep dive into those reasons. But also I wanted to be very like, hey, we can help you sell these things, or did you know sort of situations. But first Tuesday of every month, I was trying to be a fun, like, yeah, the lube wars, they're true. Fill in those gaps. But puns, I love it. Oh, Lola, you make me smile. So I just decided to like make a little soapbox and speak into the ether, as I like to say, because if I didn't know these things, Whoops. Okay, sorry, that was like started tinging and being all crazy. Oh, Brandy, hey. Oh goodness, did you see? I attempted to be like a person that knows what to do on social media, and I put up our little like in case you missed it. The sound was not great when we did that live, so but we got a good place to kind of launch for our next one. Anyways, I know it's all ether. It's all I can think is that Jupiter in retrograde, right? Oh, live television. Oh, well, thanks. Oh, look at Janinos. What are you doing? This is watch Tori chat about why she started things and what my dogs are doing in their beds. That's Coco, and there's Chewy. My fatso's down here content. Which is interesting. Anyways, so no one was talking about the things that I wanted to talk about. So I was like, I guess I'll just start talking about it. And it's kind of the Tuesday Tories evolved into, I now want it to be a platform for anybody that maybe wants to get involved or has questions or has something to celebrate, right? Like Brandy over here, I got to meet her. She's over at Giggles. Woo woo, Giggles. I'm like, I wish I was fast enough to type it and do that, but we'll do it another time. And I got to meet her, and we did like a fun, cool live thing. And yeah, the sound was crap, but the whole point was she got to celebrate, right? And kind of like we could shine a light on her and all her hard work she was doing, and she won stuff, and just being privileged and excited to learn and be at the show. So I think that's important. Oh, thanks, Brandy. So now it's become like a little platform for, you know, mostly everybody here on the P3. Which it gets even more complicated because that's a private group. So then me going back and sharing things. So if you see some redundancies, you know, bear with me. We're learning. So the whole point is now turned from, you know, nobody was talking about the things that I wanted to talk about, so I just made a show. Kablam. Then we signed up for StreamYard, and now it's crazy. And then Facebook isn't working right. And one of my really great friends was like, "There's a lot of not just mis or disinformation out in the industry when it comes to sort of the like conception of sexual wellness, and that pleasure and safety are somehow mutually exclusive." And we could go on and on and on about the reasons why or whatever. And then I could get really like, you know, grumpy, but we're not going to do that. So the first Tuesday is like a little me STI update. And usually the fabulous Josh will be here, but he's sick. And this is my piece where I said in a text I was going to give him like an homage and all the good vibes. So Josh, when you can see this later, I hope you feel better. So I'm not an accredited sexual educator, but I'm a really decent salesperson, and I'll try to kind of blend these things in, but do bear with me because again, not the, this is where I like hashtag, I'm not a doctor, right? Disclaimer, maybe not a hashtag. So this is just based off of all my research, but if anybody else has, you know, questions or things they want to chime in on, it's a great way for me to start kind of planting the seeds to figure out where I can get the information that anybody's looking for. So with it being kind of like my STI watch situation, I just wanted to like dive for a minute or just re-remind, is that a word? Re-remind, again, another whole point of the show here is just to be available, because sometimes there's gatekeeping that happens. A lot of things move really quickly. How can I help with all of that? And definitely sort of the false sense of security. I was calling it like a mist, not to get too ethery, right? Because people who know words about lore and stuff will start calling me on the wrong. Hey. Oh. Anyway, we'll just some comments. We're not getting paid doctors' wages, huh? Yes, no, but also anyone think I got everything. Look at this. Chewy, no one wants to stare at your butt. Get down. Come on. This is why I should have shut the blinds. There's this cute dog. I want to say he's like some sort of border collie shepherd or whatever. And dog tangents, right? I swear they have this. It's like the Montagues and the Capulets here. It's to the point where both, and then if I walk by that gal's condo, you know, their dog goes ridiculous. Anyways, back to the mist that is the false sense of security. right? And some of this STI transition. And I just couldn't help myself. I will comment on the Hawk 2 girl. I just have to in a minute. Okay. So to kind of segue into that, right? A couple of episodes ago, and if anyone does want to see like kind of the original inspiration and the articles that I got sent by, you guys might know him, or you'll see him. Woohoo! You'll see him at the Amni. So I know the Hawk Tua. I don't want to be that person, but I gotta just, again, my soapbox. I'm gonna have to just say some things about this. But David Mayer is El Presidente of Mayer Labs, so Kimono Condoms, and he's been, in the medical side of things for years and years. So he's been giving me some great resources on that. Thank you, David. So I have all that information. If anybody's interested in reading like the whole stuff of where the original inspiration of my like mist of false security, right? And I blame it just on the fact that there's like not as many people talking about safety or STIs, right? It's for some people, it's like, we lived through AIDS, we're good, and HIV is not as prominent, or I've got PrEP, or, more specifically, I, don't necessarily need to get tested, or, right, STIs are only transmitted via maybe whatever, sexual fluids, right? Or blood. Wrong. That's here, my microphone here. Wrong. Okay. Again, why? I don't know why this is not the conversation all the time. So I'm just gonna, can't change the world, but I'll try and maybe inspire a couple people. Oh, and Lola Cat is 100% correct here. Skin to skin contact sometimes too. Don't forget the older people in nursing homes who think they don't need condoms. I know, because no one's talking about it. And oh my God, guys, this is great. Ready? Hi, Mom. That's my mom. She's so funny. Thank you. I know I got to call you back, Mom, but obviously I haven't even like made it to the gym yet. And now I'm speaking into the ether, and I didn't get my customer today, and Chewy's going nuts out. But yes, STIs, they're not just transmitted, in those fluids that people kind of perceive. It can be transmitted with saliva, and as Lola Cat mentioned, skin to skin. Sometimes we're talking, if you go to the gym and you use the same mat that somebody was sweaty on, right? And maybe things didn't get wiped off properly. You actually could contract syphilis from that. Like, I'm not even joking. Hi, Tori's mom. You know how cute this is. Hi, Brandy. Yay, it's my show. This is where we really connect people too. Mom's starting here, I'll try to make a banner. She's got a website for doggy stuff, which is also funny when I'm like, Chewy's acting a fool over there. Here we go, Mom. Hashtag anytime wag. So we'll get a coupon code if anyone needs doggy supplies. Oh my goodness, Brandy, you're so cute. Thanks, with the love for my mom. Okay, hey, Mom. She got me this mug, by the way, too. It's scratching off. I really should hand wash these. Isn't that cute? Thanks, Lola Cat. You're correct. Can't live in fear, but awareness empowers. Right? So it's just, I just want to get stuff out there so people know that again, the mist, they know what the actual risk is that they're putting up at, like, right? A while ago, syphilis wasn't necessarily on the radar like it is now. It is definitely increasing. Every educator I'm talking to, every article I'm starting to see, it's increasing, and it's very, very scary. Oh yes, we did this one, but we love you with the stories. Now I hate the gym more. No, but yes, but also, like, I'm saying that's hypothetical, and I got wipies for you with the gym, Mom. Like, you should wipe your stuff off, and that's a whole other situation. But the point is, nobody's talking about these things or making it really accessible. So I'm attempting to here, right? Like, just not scare you, and maybe put it in a fun perspective, right? So here was me being like, oh, well, again, I'm not a doctor. But we don't need to be scared of the gym because I said you're gonna get syphilis. Nicole, oh my God, I have the biggest FOMO. Like, call out to Kristen. I think she's on her honeymoon, but I'm like, oh, she got married and everybody looks so beautiful and so fun, and I definitely had the FOMO. Oh, hey, what? Thank you, Erica. And oh my goodness, good to see you. Good to see you. Except I have to go to the gym. Otherwise, I'll find something else to do at home, like scrub my baseboards. Which, oh my goodness, yes, yes, Kristen made such a beautiful bride. And Nicole, you'll appreciate this. I was looking at that Spirit flight, right? I was like, I can get there, I can do it, but also I got responsibilities here, and I gotta not burn out the support system I have here. Not yet. In August. I know I missed you. I'll go Photoshop myself in there sometimes. Okay, so because I think I can do the cool tech. This was me attempting to be like, all right, we all saw her. Oh, I know, the homeless population, unprotected behaviors, or right, as Brandy mentioned, people don't realize, and this was a true story. Unfortunately, Josh's not on here, but this was a story he shared at whatever episode a couple months ago. Someone, as he was working as a nurse for a senior center, she had assumed dementia because nobody had ever thought to test her for syphilis. And right, somebody was, I can't remember what, but just in whatever conversations, because of course I can't shut up when I meet people, and they like to share things about certain things or what they feel about. This happened in lube though too. Like, oh, I don't use lube, I don't need it. And I was like, okay, thanks. That's not what I was asking. Like, there's no shame in it. It's just an enhancement, right? But so, now I sell the condoms and the lube, and it's like, oh, well, let me tell you, this one's nice, or I can't wear it because this or this says, I get all sorts of, yes, lots of stories. But the point of this story was one of the as the conversation continued was, well, but STIs are curable. Like, that's yes, in theory, but not all of them, right? Certain herpes, that's going to follow you home. A syphilis, again, would be one of them. And I'm pretty sure there's not just one, not two, but three drug-resistant gonorrheas. And they are drug-resistant because we don't have any antibiotics, because for whatever reason, it is now resistant to those antibiotics. So just want people to be aware, right, and truly know what's at risk, because we have, at least I have children out there, but also we've got this generation. In theory, the biggest condom purchasers are people who are sexually active between the ages of 18 and 25. But this is what they're up against when it comes to, trying to advocate for, as Lila Cat mentioned. All right, bye, Mom. Feed Granddad. As Lila Cat mentioned, like, use the information so that you can stay empowered. Let's see, I figured I could do, oh wait, no, that's not the right button. I'm gonna present, right? So, okay, I'm not like hating on anybody. Not you. We got started over, right? We saw her. Look at this. Really thought. And I'm not hating.
One move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time.
Oh, you gotta give him that huck to and spit on that thing. You get me?
Right. So, I mean, oops. Am I back? Oh, I gotta do the stop screen sharing technology, right? Oh my God. And I think it's hilarious. And now I'm seeing, because in my head, I'm a wannabe book talker. So, now it's invaded book talk, where like you get cute little husbands going around being like, I'm getting ready for that hawk too, because I'm shelving your books, or I'm doing the dishes. So many are curable, but most are treatable at least, right? It's like, why, again, people most of the time don't realize, like, there's easier, I don't know, again, that's a different hole before I get too crazy, right? Or it's like the idea that some people feel protected because plan B is an option, but it's plan B. You shouldn't exhaust plan A first, and plan B is a lot more expensive and not great for your health. I digress. So I just needed to have a soapbox moment to, put it out there that not only syphilis on the rise and there's a drug-resistant gonorrhea, all can be easily prevented with condoms and or oral dams, right? And I kind of just, right, that's what the media we're up against. It's no one's fault that we don't know what we're doing, but I agree. Hawk 2 girl, wetter is usually better. However, there are better items out there for this. And if this is a person that you do not know, you haven't had maybe an intimate relationship with, right? You know, or you maybe haven't been taking care of your health, right? Especially when it comes to something like syphilis. It is what they call like the mimicker disease because it has several phases. And, one day it's a headache, the next day it's nausea, and then it's gone for a while, and then maybe you have a rash, right? So again, why it goes misdiagnosed, just, save your hot tools for someone special, right? Make sure you're being safe if that's what you're going to use. But I made a banner for this because I just have to say it. And I hope my Loop people are out there and like they're probably rolling their eyes about spit. And right, again, the stories go on forever. Like, I just use spit. I don't need that. La 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 la. Right? Spit is just water, right? With germs. I'm just gonna say it again because it's my show and my soapbox. Spit is just water. There's nothing special about it. You're just adding germs to it. Your body, it's water. Your body's going to absorb it really quickly. It's not doing the job that you were asking it to do. So just stop it. All right. That's my rant for today. Saved up on them hot tubes for someone special. Oh my goodness. I'm such a grandma or mom or whatever. I fully agree. Thank you. At least I got Dumbledore's army here. I got Brandy and Lola Cat. Yay. Spit is just water, guys. Add germs. It's not worth it. There's so many better products out there that'll give you a lot more longevity, safety, right? In the sense that, again, there's enhancement and less risk of micro tearing. And then there's no reason you can't be leaning into all the fun technology and textures and flavored lubes and whatever else to still have a fabulous time and lean into your partner and have that experience, but stay safe, guys, right? It's not worth it. We just lived through a pandemic. I'm not sure why it's a conversation to remind people that that's a thing, but I'm here to help. Oh, we're new friends. Okay, so I'll work on my wrap up unless anybody else has, some other stories they want to share about misconceptions of STI transmission that they've encountered or, tips on how to effectively communicate the importance, especially to a lot of you on the floor or, even fighting to be like, hey, we do need to put space in this retail, right? It might not be the best seller, but depending on your strategy, of your store, right? It might be an important thing for you to have, as an option for your community. Aw, pushing for the person, longevity is needed, right? I don't know. So I have to reapply if you don't need to. Aw, it's good to see your face. Are you going to be in Burbank in a couple of weeks? I'm not sure, but if you were, figure it out. I have a new booth, guys. It's so sexy. Maybe I will maybe I'll sneak peek it later, but it's gonna be good. I'm trying to bring some fun stuff to you. Okay. Leaving it open for 1 minute, see if anybody oh, I know. Josh, we hope you feel better soon. Here, I'll put it up. Josh, feel better soon. Yeah, if anybody's got questions for me or for Josh, I'll happily send them over. And hey, if we need some tips about how to approach people to get it into the conversations with partners or consumers, right? Like, I'd love to hear what strategies have worked best or if people need help with that, because that's what I'm here for. The adult flock. Oh, it's been hard. There's not a lot of jobs right now, but it would be great for you to come back to the flock. Yay! Reach out to Tori. Oh my goodness, now she's being my PR person. Okay, well, thanks for coming, guys. And reach out. Oh, wait, I made a banner. Cool. Hey, Paradise Condoms, if you need help purchasing condoms. And here's my YouTube handle, because I'm attempting to have a place to put these. And don't forget, spit is just water. Ooh, all right. I'll talk to everybody soon. Come find me if you need me. Otherwise, I'll see you next week where Loretta's coming. I'm going to be so excited. All right. See you soon, guys.